What is going on, geeks? Welcome back to another episode of Ark Building Evolved. Now, this series has been on a little bit of a break. I think the last episode was probably a couple months ago, to be honest. So probably 3,000 or 4,000 of you guys are new since we started this back in the day, but there will be links in the description to the 16 previous episodes. And those all took place here on this server. This is the Building Evolved server. This is my personal creative building server where everybody who plays on here is an admin, so they can kind of build projects beyond their wildest dreams, things you wouldn't necessarily take on in survival because they're too big, too time consuming. And what we have always used this series for is a creative outlet. You guys get step-by-step tutorials from me once in a while. Those will take you from beginning to end how to do a build. This, on the other hand, is more of my creative process. It's us working together to design an area and to bring it to life. And when I do this series, I try and think about the people who are going to be living where we're living. And you guys are looking, you're going, where'd all this stuff come from, dude? I didn't see this. If you missed it, you gotta hit that little notification bell on YouTube, or you gotta join my Geeks Discord, link for that in the description, to get notified of the live streams. So I did a little work before the live stream to kick this off, where I basically laid in all these foundations. And for this series, we're going to be trying to keep it vanilla, but I'm going to be using Structures Plus, which is how we get some of these cool little, see that little triangular pieces there? That's how we get, is this one of them? Yeah. So that's how we get some of these cool little bends and shapes to this sort of back wall. We're going to be using that. I might be using some eco trees to kind of do the landscaping, but for big chunks, I will be doing totally vanilla building. And that's what we've always done with this. Now, Structures Plus is almost vanilla, but I know some of you guys on console don't get it. You can just do most of the things you can do with Structures Plus. It just takes more time in vanilla. So this is what we managed during the stream. And my idea is for a docks area. The things that you guys request the most for me are build an area for water dinos, which we will eventually get to, I think, if we build up this area, and also build a tree house, which I have never done, but which we are in proximity to do. I basically threw up some of these just to see how this area would look once fully decorated with those. I feel like it will be pretty awesome. So what am I envisioning here for this area? I am envisioning a seaside port town, and that's something we would build up over several episodes. That's another thing that makes this different from the building tutorials. We come back to the same place every time in work. And this is basically the third volume of episodes. The first, we built an Elk Ranch out on a little rocky island in the waterfall over that way. And then we built up an Elk Ranch with a giant cabin and a barn and sheep pasture and all that kind of stuff. And then I moved on to an area right near there, a big flat area right at the base of the gigantic waterfalls here on the center. And I suppose I should show you guys where I am. I didn't grab a GPS. But that's where I am. What is that? 8557, something like that, if you're looking for this area. And there's Skull Island, so it shouldn't be hard to find, or Batman Island. And then we moved on, sorry, I'm distracting myself. We moved on to a Roman style of building where we did some villas, and I added in all kinds of cool architectural details. We had an atrium, we had gardens with custom modded trees. And then that all got wiped. So we are forced to start fresh, which is why I took a hiatus from this. I was waiting for inspiration to strike, and I think that inspiration is some medieval style building. And I think that's what we're going to be doing in this little area. I feel like we could be starting a great city construction project, but I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. I definitely don't. This is one episode for now, and we will continue to do these one episode at a time. Instead of me planning till episode 100 where this city is complete. All right, so these are the docks we built, and I think later in this episode we are going to decorate this other dock over here the way we did this one. And this is totally vanilla. Like everything here that you guys are seeing is a vanilla thing. And we use Structures Plus chests in some cases, but that you can do this totally vanilla. And so we did this. We basically piled up a bunch of junk here with the idea of making this look like an active dock area. So this would be a trading area. And then I started thinking, what's going to be along here? Shop fronts, houses. So I think I think that's what I'm going to be doing some work on today, and there'll be more off-camera work with this series because it's tricky to figure out some of this stuff, so I'll be cutting away from you guys. So far, we're just settling in. This is a good start, but I want to get some building done, and I want to bring you guys with me for a chunk of this. So what we didn't get worked out in the stream was lighting for this dock area, and I want us to have that worked out. So I'm thinking, what about putting these on the outside and every other one maybe? Do we go like this? Okay, so let's try this out. I'm going to put in a couple. Let's grab some ceilings. And the one thing I didn't do on the live stream, but I generally try and do in this series is not fly. Even though I'm spawning in materials, I want to keep try and keep the building to things you guys can accomplish if you do go gather these materials. So let's put another one. Wait, no, I was going to skip one. Okay, so let's take those out. And I'm using something called Ark Commander to do that sort of insta-delete, quick delete thing. And that actually makes my life easy when it comes to spawning stuff in too. Okay, come on. All right, so we'll try this, and then we'll flip it tonight, and we'll see how it looks. And then I'll go do a little bit of building on these houses and bring you guys back for some of that. And we'll go like this. And, oh, I should give you guys a good, all right, so let's take these out. And I should show you before we go. So, yes, I'm building in Structures Plus, but the Structures Plus wooden foundations, I kind of hate them. They look like this, and that's what these are. And they're wonderful for this. But if you're building docks, that does not look right. It just doesn't. That's not how docks go into the water. They go into the water with posts like this. So what I've done was built this up with S+, Structures Plus, and then I came back and replaced a bunch of the foundations with vanilla ones. And it's raining, so this is going to be the perfect time. It's going to be moody and eerie, so I'm going to flip it over to nighttime as soon as I get on shore here. And we will test it out just to see how this little bit of lighting works. Ready? There we go. Oh, that could work. That could definitely work. That is much less obtrusive. It was too much. The fire was coming right out of the middle of these piles, which it did good lighting effects, but it didn't look very realistic. So let's travel over here. That could definitely work. That is mild. That is simple. The question is just, where do I do it? I think it's going to be better if we do it on the end and the beginning. Let's put wood ceilings here. And we'll try this instead. So I'll take out that torch. Okay, I did. We'll take out this. And then we'll do this. And we'll do this. And take out this torch. Perfect. Okay, now we'll see how it lights up. These two should still auto light, I would think. But maybe not. Maybe because I did the last ones in the day and then flipped it to nighttime. I don't know. Anyway, they're not automatically lighting. Let's light them up and we'll take a look. Okay, so I'm going to get into some building after this, guys. But I did want to take a look at the work in progress. And for those of you that are new, give you a rundown of how this series might work. You know what? I think that's going to look good. I'm pretty happy with that. Guys, before I take my first little break in this video and go do some house building to try and fill in this wall here of housing and shops, before I go do that, I'm going to do my patron shout out. It's going to be a double this time, and I'm going to shout out two people. One is Craig and the other is Lizzie. Both of you guys have been supporting me a little while. I'm finally working my way through this patron shout out list, slow and steady, and I got a bunch of new people to add to the bottom of it for this month, for the month of May. I'm still catching up with all the April people, but thank you to Craig and to Lizzie for your support. It means a lot to me, guys. And guys, for you watching, give me a minute and I'll be back in your life. Okay, I think that could work. All right, guys, welcome back. What I want is so what the hell am I building? The idea was to continue this medieval look. And to do that, we are going to be using the, let's go ahead and break those out because those are placed wrong. I can see it from here. So that's the building I worked on to kind of follow this one in line. Now, these two are built on the same line. So I didn't want them to have the same sort of, I didn't want them to stick out the same amount. So I built a whole overhang here. And it's nice because this is tall enough that it's not going to affect anything. I built these little supporters, which you could do with the upside down walls that you get out of Structures Plus. And these, by the way, this is just a ramp. When you have Structures Plus, you can switch them and swap them. And that's why we're going to be using more of this in this series going forward. But this is the rough design, and we're going to have to get a roof on it and see how it looks. So I've only ever done 2 roof types on here. I've done the Adobe, which looks great, and it looks right at home on this when you have that Tudor-style paint on it. And I've done thatch, which we did right over here next door. Now, I'm curious how well this is going to work for us, but we're going to try stone because this building already has more of an industrial feel. And I got to pay attention. I'm getting some weird snap points here. And that's going to happen even with Structures Plus because I've been mixing and matching. Is there an edge on this? There is no edge on this, so that is not placed right. Here, let's go down to the end. I know this is right, and we can build off it. There. Do these line up? Not at all. Well, dang it. Okay. It's alright. As long as it's one continuous line, I don't care. That. Perfect. Something like this? Nope. Something like that. Perfect. Okay. So this building here, if we zoom on out, it already has, like I said, a more industrial feel to it. It's bigger, less homey. That one over there feels like it would be like a merchant's house, maybe. This isn't like a high rent neighborhood in my imagination. So now we're going to run into some issues here. Unless I have multiple snap points here. I don't. Okay. So we're going to get a little bit of a dip in the roof. That's okay though, because it is medieval. It's okay if it looks a little ramshackle, a little beat up. So that is going to bring us over to here. And I didn't center, so this upper portion, I did not center on the building. So I've got one amount of sloped roof off to this side, one wall's width, and we've got 2 over here. So this whole thing is off center. If you look at that, I think it looks good. It's hard to tell. We still got to get roofs on those parts, those bits down there. So I think, you know what? I've come to not mind now if things are a little uneven on my roof because of different snap points. I think it's actually going to look okay. So let's put that in. And you see that little dip we have there? I feel like that's not the worst thing in the world on a medieval style build. If you were going something modern and you needed it to look perfect, that's a whole other deal. But back here it should work fine. And there you go. We're getting some varying snap points. I feel like that could work. Now we want it to be more than just this one little area. So maybe I'll get this one to snap in that line. Something like that. So this is why a lot of this happens off camera, because it's perfectionism stuff. So that is that. And now let's go ahead and put a roof on this. And we'll get ourselves up here. Okay. Play along. Beautiful. And we'll go do this other side. Don't fall off. Yeah. Skills. Parkour skills. Oh, that is not what I meant to do. All right. We'll put you in place and we'll flip you or rotate. Okay, and now we get up here. And now this is the part I wasn't sure about. I can never make this look good. It's going to have... Oh. Okay. It's going to have more of a fantastical feel to it. That's just sort of by nature because it's... Whoops. Okay, this might be able to get me up there. Nope. Okay, let me get up there, BRB. Alright, we have reached the top via ramp. And when you do this, so this is a 1 wide, basically a 1x2 built at the top here. And I wanted to see how this would look with a 2 wide roof on it, because I didn't really leave myself an option to get a pointed roof going this way without changing the design of the thing. So let's do this. And let's go out to the end of our dock there. And we'll test this out. Okay, perfect. And we'll take a look. It's hard to tell without a paint scheme. That roof is going to have to be dark. Maybe I need to do a paint job on it. Maybe I'll bring you guys back after that. Oh, I'm out of grappling hooks. Okay. From here, the angle looks okay. I mean, that thing does look kind of stupid on top. We might be better off with just the 2 layers of roofs. Oh, I don't know. So here's what I'm thinking. If I leave this on there, that makes this the tall building for this area, and it means we can go small there. If I take this off and we just have this little bit here with the whatever it is, the 6x2 high, and then this 3x1 high section right here, if we just have that, then we need a tall building either next to it or... And I did not bring more grappling hooks. Excuse. I'm not done talking. I thought I could be done talking just as this grappling hook breaks. Let's get our butts up here real quick. And we'll have one last look. I feel like that... Okay, I'm going to get some paint on it before I make any big judgment calls, and we'll decide if it can stay like that. This side of it is going to be hidden, because there's going to be another building coming in probably right around here. So don't get too attached, or don't get upset if you don't like the way that looks. I don't like the way that looks right now either. Okay, so paint job. I will be back, guys. BRB. Enjoy a commercial break. Welcome back, guys. That is how it looks. Partial paint job. And I think we're going to complete the paint job together. So I like it. I mean, I think it's definitely going to work. At some point, I'm going to need some height variability to these. Because we definitely don't have that sort of front to back. They don't match. One definitely sticks out further. Both stick out further than the walls below them. But there might need to be a little height disparity. Like maybe a half floor of height difference. So let's take a look. I think one thing I did differently, and I mentioned thinking about doing this, is I used a different paint for the adobe part of these adobe walls. I used the same black on the wood strapping, but I went with tan. And you guys can see color difference from this, which people in the comments of the stream replay were calling the Dockmaster's house, which I guess it's positioned in a good spot to be. But I just wanted to get it in there, so we had a build for the stream. But we'll work on that in the near future. We got little stairs that come up here. Let's get into the house. That works. Okay, and let's get outside over here. All right. So what I want to try is some brown paint. I think that is the color of choice for this roof. And we've got a couple of paint sprayers. So let me try brown. And we'll put mud in this one. I brought tangerine just in case. So this should be the brown. And maybe we'll paint half the house with the brown. And we'll just do region 1 right now so I can get a good test. And then we'll do maybe the mud over here and see how that looks. That's closer to the... Ooh, is it? No, the brown is closer to this, the way the black looks. So we'll try this. Is that a different color? It is, right? It is, okay. And then over here, let's try, just to see how it looks, let's try a little bit of this tangerine. Because I remember tangerine looking good on stone ceilings in the past. Actually, let's try this. Oh, okay. Hold on. Interesting. Okay. I want to try this out. Okay. And now we really need to get some parachutes going on this deal. But let's grapple, I was going to say. Down there. Okay. Let me up. Okay. Oh, that's too annoying. There we go. Perfect. Man, I can't even tell the difference between the brown and the mud. They look so dang close. Okay. Oh, man. And you know what? That tangerine does not look awful. It doesn't. Oh, man. Okay. Here, let's, there we go. Let's get out here for a good look at it. Come on. Let me out. Ooh. Guys, I think I like the tangerine. I think it plays really well with the colors that we got going on there. And I think I can live with that weird little roof that we added on top. All right, so I say let me go paint in tangerine. And when I come back, guys, we have to decorate up one of these docks. So I want to go get the painting done ASAP so that we have time left in today's video to decorate the other dock like we decorated this one with a bunch of crates and stuff. So I'm going to go do my thing with the paint, and I will BRB. All right, paint job is complete. That is how it looks. I chickened out. I did the tangerine, and maybe we'll wait till the sunlight hits it there, which it'll happen any second. But the tangerine on the overall roof was too much. So I've just got it on the two upper roof chunks, and we went with the brown that matched the stone, or sorry, the adobe wood texture so well, and that is kind of how it's looking. You know, I'm going to have to maybe keep looking back at this and figuring out what's going to work and what's going to look good. For now, I think that'll do it. I mean, you guys can see. I feel like it would be too much of the orangey color if I used the tangerine. So why don't we head out here and we will find a way to finish this video off in style. And we'll do it by decorating up this dock to match that one. Now, in that one, I did all my piles of stuff right in the middle. For this one, what I'm thinking is little pile here. Maybe a little pile right here. And maybe a little pile right here. Coming around this thing. So that's what I'm thinking. We're going to put this on the HUD. And I think what I'm going to do, is this the wrong one? This is the wrong one. So I'm going to use this very cool feature from Structures Plus to transfer everything from that table to this table. And now I have everything. How fantastic is that? All right. And I'm just going to grab some of these wood railings. And we're going to start, I think, by putting in a couple of these. So let's put away the gun. And let's do this. Now, we debated putting railings on bigger chunks of this. People said, no, it's a dock, it doesn't need it. But if I'm going to have some structures up against this, some storage, I feel like that's what we should go with. So we'll do that. I'll add in the lighting after, because that's a bit of a pain in the butt. And we'll back up and we'll take a look at it once we've done that. But let's get us started here. I think... All right, let's try starting with one of these. We'll do it right up against the post. All right, something like that. Yeah, I feel like that could work. Although, you know what? I got to change of plans. Let's do it like this. And we rotate it all the way around. Something like that. Now look. I feel like that's a better... yeah. I feel like that's a better look. We'll play around with this. And then we'll need something in big behind that. Let's try... Did we use the table? Maybe we use the table here again. The table is the one way that I figured out to add depth to these sort of piles. So I know it's the first thing I showed off in the video, but I hope that you guys didn't stay tuned till the end just to see how to make these boxes, piles of boxes. Thinking something like that. We'll put a little storage box right up against it here. Do a little rotate job on that. Put another one. Now, if I use the Structures Plus storage boxes, which are these ones, then I can intersect with the table, which is cool. You can almost hide the fact that there is a table in there by doing it that way. See how you could do that? That's pretty sneaky, actually. And so the problem with these is they snap together. You can use the G key to unsnap. Oh, this actually is kind of genius. G for genius. I like it. And unsnap them. And we'll put you in there. And we'll rotate. There. That looks good. That looks excellent. I'm quite pleased with that. All right, so we've got this. Maybe we throw in just a little decorative, give you one of these right here. And that is your pile of stuff. I feel like that could work. All right, now our next pile of stuff is going to be a big one. And I think the thing that we need to find a way to incorporate are these. The beer barrels. And we need to build some crap around them. Now the problem is they only going to snap. And these are vanilla beer barrels. These are not Structures Plus beer barrels. Can I turn off snapping with G? I can't. Okay, so we're stuck. Only two positions available for these. I say we do it from over here, so it looks good from the dock side. Something like that. Yep. And then if we do it here, can I rotate it? Can we? Nope. I did not mean to cheer. It would be cool if we could have this one facing the other way. But it does not want to play along, and it's raining. Okay, let's continue this build job. And I think we're going to keep using these Structures Plus small storage containers because of how useful they are at hiding stuff. Maybe we'll put one of these in behind. Maybe do that. And we'll do a full rotate job on it. Okay. Okay. Now, what have I not used that would be cool for this? This trophy wall mount. I can't do anything. Oh, I can do something with. I can put it on pillars. So, maybe it looks like a shield or something leaned up against there. I don't know. Alright, let's try that. And we're going to build our pile of junk out to the edge of this. Which means maybe do another table. Alright. Something like that. And then this is so far the only thing in this video I've actually brought you guys along with to do together step by step. So hopefully it's worthwhile. I'm just going to get this tucked in there. Do another one of these preserving bins. I'm going to twist it around so it doesn't look the same as the other ones. No, I made it look the same. That's alright. That's alright. And then we just need to pile some stuff up on top of this. So I used the compost bin last time. Why don't we try feeding trough? Yeah, feeding trough up on a table is going to work for sure. So the idea here isn't to look at this and go, well, that's a feeding trough. That's a silly place to put it. The idea is to look at this stuff and go like, oh, it's a pile of stuff. That doesn't make beer. That's storage for something that's coming in on a ship. Could be wine, could be beer, could be rum, could be some other liquid. And then this thing, you know, it's a feeding trough, but it just looks like a crate from this angle, especially if you get it high enough that it's above your line of sight. That could work beautifully. And then we finish this off, I think, with a couple of these little storage containers. So tuck one right there, and then maybe something else to go right here. What do I have that could work? Could do another compost bin. Ooh, maybe if I place that first. So let's get the compost bin. And maybe we'll turn it backwards once it's in there. Let's do that. I feel like this definitely works so far. And we'll just finish the job off with one of these bad boys. Okay. So this is coming together. Okay, so we got one pile of stuff here, and the other one needs to wrap right around this little pillar. So I say we keep it small. Alright, I cut away for a little bit. Just working this little shape out, working out these little bits. I added in a bunch of vessels on this one, and I think it looks good. And I just put this right in the middle of these chairs, because that's the S plus one. I can intersect it. Not everybody's going to be able to do that, but screw it. This series is using the Structures Plus. If you play vanilla, you're going to have to figure it out, because this makes building too good. If we're doing a full-on building series where we're living out our biggest imaginations and dreams, then I'm going to be doing it this way. So, how does that look? That's pretty great. Okay, guys. Oh, this is so almost done, but there's one feature that we need. So don't go anywhere. I think you guys probably get one more break, and when you come back, we'll finish up the episode, and I'm going to add the pièce de résistance, the thing that this whole area is missing. And we're going to add it, I'm going to add it away from camera, and I will be right back, okay? All right, geeks, there you go. That's it. That's what we're looking at. Those are the missing ingredient. Ichthyornis. You can't have a seaside town without seagulls. You know it. So until I added these guys, it didn't feel quite right. There are a couple glitches. Obviously, a couple of them are stuck inside the building. And all the other wild ones, which those ones are, seem to be particularly aggressive. They keep attacking me, and they're even breaking the structures around here if I stand too close when they attack. But the passive ones look tremendous. Look at these tamed fellas. Does he not look good there, dropping deuces off the edge of my dock? So together, guys, in today's episode, we decorated up this dock, and I think we did it pretty good. These are all vanilla building pieces, and using them, we ended up with something pretty unique looking. And this, actually, he broke a couple structures here. I had some storage bins and a preserving bin here, so that'll be something I have to repair. We did that, and together we worked out some ideas for this building. I built most of it off camera, but damn, did it turn out okay. I'm still not sure I love what we're doing with the roof up there, but until we get more buildings in, I don't know. It's going to be hard to tell. And that's it, guys. If you're enjoying this, if you want to see more, be sure to click the like button, and we will do more building. We will continue decorating up this harbor town, building up this dock area with more houses, more docks, and eventually boats, sea dinos, all kinds of stuff. So I got big plans for Ark Building Evolved now that it's back, and I can't wait to build with you guys on a regular basis. So if you enjoyed this, go ahead and click the like button. It'll let me know to do more. And geeks, I will see you in the next episode of Ark Building Evolved. Stupid seagulls, get the hell out of here.